into your future like you've never seen before.
Welcome to your Future Life Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, February 15th, 2018. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, today I am at Liberate Hollywood. If you're in the LA or Orange County areas, or even San Diego, or wherever you're at, or if there's people flying out, believe it or not, to come out to this event today, we're doing an awesome solar eclipse event at Liberate Hollywood. But if you want to be part of the action on live stream, you can now join that. Join it at theleoking.com, click on events, and of course, just go to liberatehollywood.com to buy tickets for today's show. But before we take a look at all the planets, let's take a look at the Leo King's planet energy meter to understand where all the energy is for your Thursday. And I'm sending you lots of great energy. I am sending you lots of love and light. I'm hoping that you have an awesome, amazing, and spectacular, wonderful, and really good Thursday. And thanks so much for being a part of FutureLife.tv. And I'm putting that energy meter at the extreme position. Beep, 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 beep. That's because it is a solar eclipse today. And besides it being a solar eclipse, there's a lot of little astrological aspects that we need to talk about. So let's start with the solar eclipse first. It's a solar eclipse in Aquarius, which is already a conundrum or a weird aspect. Best way I can put it, right? Because the sun is at what we call detriment in Aquarius. It's not at its full strength. It's in its exiled home in a weird way, right? It's not home. Like, this is the opposite of home, where the sun is in Leo. So when you're dealing with a solar eclipse, it's really truly about the sun and the moon eclipsing over the sun, and how the sun is is the center point of this. And it's a new moon, right? So it's like a resetting of the energies. Well, this is an Aquarius where it wants to seek about other people and other things, and this is a south node solar eclipse. So this one really kind of does physically manifest wherever the energy is, and this one could be dealing with unpredictable aspects. There's Uranus in a nice sextile to this thing, so especially in Aries, this is like you really looking at yourself and that self, and you're almost like a puzzle piece, like, where do I fit in and with what people, and does this feel right? So you could be hopping around a lot, like it's almost like your soul is like a little puzzle piece jumping around as a corner piece or an end piece or a middle piece. Like, where do I fit in this freaking puzzle, man? I don't know exactly where I fit in. Then on top of it, we got Mercury almost dead conjunct this solar eclipse, which I think is kind of interesting to see. And this Mercury rules our environments. It rules our neighbors, but mainly it rules our environment. So there's a major change of the environment. It's like a new taste in our mouth. Especially in Aquarius, it's a really weird one, right? It's like, what the heck is this thing coming in? It's like, what is going on? My whole vibration around me, my whole frequencies around me are changing. So things are definitely feeling different on this solar eclipse, but this is also setting the tone to move things forward. Aquarius is a sign that wants to move forward. It doesn't want to move backwards, that's for sure. It wants to rise higher. And on top of that, this is a semi, it's almost a full square. But whenever you see planets move off a square or any big aspect, you kind of go, it's moving off. So this is a solar eclipse minorly squaring Jupiter, and I think a lot of this is like we're looking deep inside of ourselves. We're trying to understand what we really want in our life, and if we can fit in the right place in our life, and do we fit in? And there's a lot of questions. Also, with the solar eclipse conjunct Mercury, there is a lot of questions. And to boot, Mars making a square over to Neptune. Mars over the next 24 to 48 hours making an exact square to Neptune. I mean, come on. We are dealing with ego deflation in a way, unsurety of what direction to take. Like, it's almost like we're excited about the adventure, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, there's a big wave. I don't know about this one, So it's kind of like the ship, the sailor going out on an adventure and then seeing the first wave and like, whoa, wait, I was excited now. Yeah, there's waves. There's water. Oh gosh, I can get wet on this thing. I was like expecting to keep my hair good. It's like, oh man. So, with Mars square Neptune especially, we have to learn to integrate both these aspects. We need to learn to integrate, what does Spirit say? What is a place that Spirit is calling us towards in our alignment and who we are, and that's going to benefit us in a positive way. Mars is in Sagittarius. It's a beneficial area for Mars to be. It's in a fire sign. It's in a sign ruled by Jupiter. Mars is happy here. But, with the square to Neptune in a water mutable sign, it's like, oh gosh, like in Pisces too. It's like a very harsh aspect for Mars. So Mars is dealing with confidence issues, and there could be some confidence issues coming into this. This also because of the fact that Venus is in Pisces, and it's getting closer to Neptune and starting to sextile over to Saturn and coming into a new really powerful space. It's like relationships have to deal a lot with this eclipse, but I think especially because in the sign of Aquarius, it's like, who do we fit in with? Who do we feel the most, ecstasy with? Who do we feel the most, aligned with, and who do we feel the most positive? Who isn't criticizing us for who we really are? Who isn't criticizing us if we're really an end piece in the puzzle, but we're trying to be a middle? Like, who allows that to happen in our life, and who is demanding that we be another certain way? And I think that this is also a time where it's like, who really fits in my long-term goals in the right place? So not only is this a deep reflection of our inner selves and our own soul and where is it going and where does it fit in, but it's also a deep connection to the relationships in our life and whether or not they, are not criticizing, they're compassionate to us for who we really are and that authentic self, or who are the ones that, are pulling us off our track and not making us feel in the right way. So there's a lot of things that are coming up for this eclipse. I would say that the end result, the best way to describe it, of what to learn from it would be, it's okay that you're unique and different. It's okay if you're unsure of where you want to be in the world and jump around a little bit. Jump around, jump around. It's okay. It's cool. Like, it's okay to be a Mexican jumping bean once in a while, and like, and jump around, It's okay. It's okay until that's the only way sometimes we understand. Sometimes we need to disconnect from something to know what we got and see what we have. Sometimes we need to be in a different place to realize, oh man, I really do like it in that city. I really do like it at home. I really didn't, sometimes when I go oh, I can't wait to go to the desert. And then, 5 days later, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get back to the beach, man. Or sometimes I'm all excited to go in the snow in the mountains. And I'm like, man, it's freaking cold. I don't want to go back to the beach where it's warm. That's why that's why I'm a beach dude. We all have our thing. And not one way is better than the other or more righteous than the other. And I think that there's a lot of criticism going around right now, especially with Saturn and Capricorn. And I did a live show, which you can watch for free on YouTube and on the Future Life app or futurelife.tv, or you can even watch it on my Facebooks, where I talk about this story of Kronos and his father, Uranus, and what that's about. And I think that a lot of this is about letting our inner criticisms of other people in the world and everything and who we are and where we fit in, let itself go, as we are all on that search for finding the place that makes us feel the best. Wow, the card for this solar eclipse is the Page of Pentacles reversed. So, pages are definitely young cards, and especially when they are dealing with whatever modality they're in this case, Pentacles, it's always like news of something manifesting, or knowing and finally starting to feel chippery about your self-worth. But with this one in reverse, I think that we're questioning if we even, have the energy to manifest anything. We're questioning if anything good might come our way. We might be waiting on news or some sort of, big amount of information to come our way in order for us to feel confident in what we're going to manifest, and maybe that's not coming. Maybe, a lot of this, I think, is realizing that we're the ones that kind of have to set the tone and make the direction and find whatever puzzle piece it is. If we're waiting for some sort of signal, or we're waiting for some sort of message to come our way about what to manifest and how it's going to look, I think that God is kind of not sending us that signal and wanting to see how we're going to pick it. Thanks so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you on Future Life TV tomorrow.
Future Life. Wake up to your future like you've never seen before.